Hello, welcome to KiddNation Extra Friday edition.
It's the weekend, baby.
Whew. We made it. It was a long week.
Man.
It was a 4-day work week.
I know, but it still seems like it was at least 4.5.
I feel like we should have 4-day work weeks. I felt more energized.
Yeah, I was just in a better mood.
I was in a better mood.
Tuesday, I don't know.
Felt like a better
people
father.
Are pushing for that. They push for 4-day work weeks and school weeks, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you have to work longer days to make up for the difference.
Yeah, it would be like an extra
I would do that.
An extra couple hours a day. Yeah, I would do that for sure.
Yeah, but if the kids get it and the parents don't, then you got to worry about what are you going to do with your kids.
I know, it's always.
Childcare, yeah.
Yeah, we would 100% have to do both.
Yeah, my daughter used to go to a school. It was a private school when she was real young, and they loved half days. And they would just decide, we're going to have a half day today. It's like, what about the working parents?
Yeah.
I can't be there in time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
I haven't had to do I guess I'm lucky I haven't done what my wife has to do and drop off the kids. Because I pick them up, and that's not as stressful as the drop off.
No, the morning rush and everything, I thought I was missing out on so much. But on the occasion where we have a day off from work, and my daughter's like, please take me to school, Mommy. And I think, oh, it's going to be so great. Like they do on TV, like Fuller House.
Sure.
They all sit down, and everybody has pancakes and fresh juice, and they all crack jokes about the upcoming day. No, it's like, hurry up. Get your stuff together. Where's your shoes? Did you remember to sign this paper? Do you have anything else?
Right.
It's like,
oh, you know what bugs me about TV shows, by the way, since we're talking about the perfect morning before you go to school? You know what bugs me?
What?
Every show and every movie you watch, keep an eye out for this. The kids will wake up, they'll get ready, they walk downstairs. The mom made this just luxurious breakfast with just the perfect eggs and the
sunlight
toast.
is always streaming through the windows. It's such a beautiful scene.
The sunlight's perfect. Everything is just wonderful. It's everything you wish for when it comes to breakfast. The kids and the husband and everybody just walks down. They have one freaking bite of the toast. Oh, we got to go.
Yeah, rushing out the door.
They don't eat any of the breakfast.
That bothers you?
Yeah. And it's every morning. Every time they do a morning scene, it's every time they have the perfect breakfast and nobody eats any of it.
Because it's prop food, JC.
It's such a waste.
I will tell you this.
You have to pretend to eat it.
I know.
My mama made biscuits, bacon, and eggs practically every morning before we went to school.
Yeah.
And we sat down and we had breakfast. And sometimes, if you lucky, homemade biscuits. Oh, I don't know what she put in flour, but it was delicious.
See, I used to make my own breakfast because
Cereal.
Yeah, well,
Done.
mine was this shake. So I would do milk
Of course it was.
with banana.
6
Even
years
as a
old making
kid.
protein shakes.
I started around 8.
And
It was-
broccoli.
I was 8 years old, so it was milk. It had sugar, so I'd do 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 bananas. I'd put oatmeal in it, and then I would do 3 raw eggs, which I later found out that could have gotten me sick.
Yeah, salmonella or something, right?
You watch Rocky or something.
It was. I just never got the breakfast with my parents because my mom worked those
My
late
mother
shifts.
never, I'm going to tell you, I don't feel deprived or nothing. Everybody tries to be mommy of the year. I was fine. We made our own breakfast. We
Yeah.
made cereal. And you know when we got special breakfast?
When?
Christmas.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
was
yeah.
such a big deal.
Yeah.
I get it on the weekends. The weekends I would get
I
breakfast.
wouldn't even get it then because
Oh,
we
wow.
just get cereal. Nobody cared. We'd have breakfast for supper sometimes, which is a huge deal.
That was.
Eating breakfast for supper is
Pancakes,
huge.
yeah.
But my mother would make Christmas breakfast. And
Yeah.
that was it.
We had
And it
that,
was
yeah.
wonderful. But the rest of the year, I'd get a Pop-Tart or I'd eat cereal. Done. You know?
Yeah.
You know, it was a little bit of a culture shock when I moved to the United States. And I don't know if it was just my family, but I know my family and my cousins and some of my friends in my school in Mexico used to do this. Before bed, you'd have dinner and everything. And then right before bed, around 8 o'clock, I would have a bowl of cereal.
No protein shake?
What?
I'm just kidding.
You already had it the morning.
No, but we would have a bowl of cereal at night,
Yeah,
which is
I never-
very
Well,
counterproductive because it's full of
Yeah,
sugar.
but the milk is supposed to have that lactate, or is it lactate? What is it that makes it in milk makes you sleepy? Something in milk makes you sleepy, but then you're counteracting it with the sugar.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, and then I moved here, and then none of my friends were having cereal
No,
before
we
bed.
never did that.
some people do warm milk, but that idea. But just cold milk is.
Yeah.
Back to the school thing, because you reminded me of something. Kelly, I guess this would at least be a question for you. How long have you ever had to have Emma Kelly wait on you because you were running late to pick her up from school?
A couple times. Not a lot. But I had to call like when she was, in a little private Christian school.
Yeah.
Fortunately, with those small schools, you can do this. I'd call and say, I'm not going to make it. And she'll say, she can sit in the office with me. It's fine.
Dude, my dad, bless his heart, he was working. He'd have to go and make a call, pick up some furniture, or deliver some furniture. We get out of school at 3:30. Some days I might get picked up by 5.
Oh, dang. Well, you just
had no
sat
cell
there?
phones then.
No cell phones, no nothing.
You just had to hope he was coming still?
Yeah, I'm sure they would recognize the fact that their only son wasn't around the dinner table at 6. But it was on the opposite side of town. I went to school called Green Hill School. It was way out. And then I lived in Oak Cliff, which was way south. So, sometimes it would be getting dark. There'd be nobody left at school. The janitors
And the parents
gone.
and adults and teachers just left you there?
Yeah. Yeah. A different time.
Yeah.
A different time. I'd be sitting down on the curb. I knew my daddy was coming. I knew. I never doubted it. It was just a matter of when.
Did you do your homework at least? Or
Homework?
He just sat there and stared.
you just sat there?
I sat there and played.
Oh, that's it. That seems so sad.
Play with a stick or throw a rock.
If my mom was any more than 30 minutes late to pick me up, I started walking.
Oh.
I would just always walk.
No walking.
You couldn't walk because you were too
walking
far
from
away.
Green Hill. I had to go out the tollway, catch 35 south.
There's little Al again walking on the freeway. There he is. All right, let's get to the question of the day.
All right.
Tiff wrote us and said, I love the mirror room that Alan designed for Kelly. What is everyone's favorite room in their house? Do you still have the mirror room in the new house, Kelly? I haven't been to the new one.
My old house had a huge soaring, wall in my front room, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I did this huge mirror display. But we still loved it, but we had to transfer it to the new house. We don't have those big walls, so we did a smaller version of it in the family room.
But what is your favorite room there?
Well,
The sandwich room with the sandwich and some loving.
Because I have a couple of rooms that are very, to me, aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Like the dining room. I love my dining room table and the way it's going on in there. But I love that front room with the red couch and the little Asian touches I have. It's hard for me to pick a favorite room.
I have one room.
Alan would pick the backyard.
Yeah, your backyard's
cool.
cool.
That's considered the outdoor space.
Uh-huh.
He would pick that. He loves the backyard so much.
What about you, Al?
Well, I have one room that doesn't have anything in it. It has an exercise bike, and that's it. So can't be that one. My bedroom just has my bed and a big TV. And so the other room is a bedroom, and it's my hat room. You saw it. And I just have hats on the floor in little rows, like corn stalks.
Yeah.
And I have all of my hats neatly organized in this little room. So I guess it's at least the most unusual room. I mean, I don't have a huge house, so I have my kitchen. I spend less time at home, I guess, than anybody else.
Yeah, you do. You're never home.
So it's not really that big of a deal for me.
I actually had a conversation with my wife yesterday after we put the kids down and I came downstairs. Sometimes I have this moment where I think back to when I was a kid, and my wife and I, we didn't come from money at all.
Yeah.
She had I think her house was 1,000 square feet, and I grew up in basically government housing.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, can you believe that we live in a house?
Yeah.
I was like, I came downstairs. I never thought that I would have stairs at my house. I have stairs. And I would say my favorite room's probably my daughter's. Because
a beautiful room.
Yeah, it's really pretty, and that's exactly what I think my wife wanted as a kid, and so she basically designed it. It's like a princess room, and she has a bigger bed than I ever had growing up. But she has this little Juliet balcony, so you can open the door, and it has a little bit of a step out, and it reminds me of Juliet. So I always picture and envision a high school boy coming over and throwing rocks at her window and asking her to prom.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I want her to be happy. I'm with you on that, Kelly. I just want her to have I want her to be with a good dude.
Yeah.
I don't
have fun.
I don't
not
care.
Be the girl that never gets asked.
Right, yeah. I want her to have a healthy relationship. I want her to experience her first kiss and feel good about it. I want her to have good thoughts about her first love and her first boyfriend. So yeah, I do want that for her.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be that dad with the shotgun out front.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I'm gonna try to not push her away because I feel like that pushes your kids away. Jenna, the question was what?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. What is your favorite room at your house?
My favorite room?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know it's a tough one.
gosh. My favorite room.
Yeah.
My bedroom?
Your bedroom.
There's no right or wrong. So.
My bedroom's very, I don't know. I mean, I have like I don't know my favorite room. Yeah, my bedroom for sure. I've made my bedroom very comfortable.
Right.
It's very nice and clean and.
Did you have the hotel vibe to it? My wife made a hotel vibe in our room.
What do you mean?
We have chairs.
You got to check out.
We have chairs, and it's just the way it looks sometimes when I walk in because it's all white sheets or Brooklyn and sheets.
Yeah,
Just like
mine's
it's not
all
your room.
white and gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like
It's a shared space.
if I walked into a hotel and it looked like that, I'd be like, oh, this is a cool hotel room.
My bedroom throws me off really bad.
Why?
Because the way the room was designed was at the foot of the bed. You're looking at the opposite wall. It's the windows looking out over the pool.
Uh-huh.
So it's beautiful, right? But we like to watch TV, and I know a lot of people say that you are not supposed to have a TV in your bedroom.
That's your
but-
house. You do what
Yeah,
you
we
do.
do
Your
too.
house, your rules.
But you can't put the previous owners had their TV on a chest of drawers, like a dresser, sitting in front of the window. But I'm like, how that I didn't like that. So we had to shift the entire bedroom facing what I think is the wrong way, so we could mount a TV on the wall. And it just every time I walk in there, I do.
Weird.
There's something to that feng shui stuff. There's something to it because when I walk in that room, it's like off balance.
Uh-huh.
And I can feel that in my spirit every time I walk in it.
So your
And it's
least
like
favorite
there was-
room is your bedroom.
Oh,
To
sorry,
me,
Alan.
it is.
Wow.
And I mean, everybody loves the paint color. I love the paint color. I love the bedding. I love my furniture. But the way the room is positioned, I just walk in there and I just don't feel settled in there.
Wow.
I don't like it. But we did it because I got to have a TV.
You gotta have the TV.
Yeah.
I fought with my wife about having a TV in the bedroom.
I
You
always
should
do
say
it.
yes or no.
We have a TV in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
I wonder what's Lacey's favorite room. I wonder if she still have that TV to the right of her fireplace.
Oh, you gotta bring
Don't
that up.
start that
Don't start
again.
that. All right, Kid Nation. Hopefully you have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday. We're gonna hook up another overachieving teacher with $500 for his or her classroom. Go to KiddNation.com if you want to nominate yourself and your classroom for that. Also, we are gonna surprise some more families with kids trips.
Yep.
Yeah, we got more reveals coming up. And Beat the Bank is back, but this time it's going to be extreme. Your chance to win up to $10,000. Make sure you're listening at 7:10 and 8:10 Central for that password to go inside the vault. And you hopefully will be $10,000 richer. We'll see you next week.